What's happening, guys? Martinez back again. Welcome back to Ask Martinez, getting into it in respect of fragrance and men's lifestyle. This is 5 points actually in this particular video. 5 signs that she is not interested. But this is something that's come up, I'm sure, many people's lives. And again, this is to give you some advice, un poco de consejo para ayudarte. Okay, so don't worry about it, guys. I'm just gonna go through it quickly now. So number 1, and again, not in any particular order, just going through it. This is number 1 on the list. So you sent a text message and she's not responding, or you send a text message and she's taking forever to respond. This is a sign of low interest. I'm sure you can imagine it. You sent a text message, you're giving sometimes people the benefit of the doubt in the hope that that person is maybe doing something else, that they're busy. Don't get me wrong, you can't sweat it too much. If you send somebody a text message first thing in the morning, people are busy, people are going to work, don't expect too much. It depends on the rapport that you've already got with that individual. But if you're sending a text message just maybe casually throughout the day, how's it going? No response, nothing at all. You leave it, maybe again see by the next day is there any update. If there's still no response, probably you're just not that important to the person. I think people use the Johnny Depp rule. They say if Johnny Depp were to text that person and that person would respond immediately, why they're not responding to you? Probably because they're not interested. Equally, if you send that person a message saying, look, I've won the lottery, I need to give you this, I don't know, 50 grand tomorrow, let me know when you're free and we can go and give you that money because I won the lottery and you also paid for the ticket, something along those lines, for example, they will respond to you. So ultimately, you're not that important. No responses to your text messages, don't really give a shit. Okay, so that was number 1 on the list. Okay, so number 2, we're talking about, again, as I say, again, with these messages and everything else like that. Again, I'm not necessarily focused on this, but I see it a little bit as well. When the person says that they're going to sleep, thank you, talking, we had a chat, I'm going to sleep now, I'm going to sleep. Been talking, going to sleep, and then you see that they're still online. This is something that, again, I'm not that deep into social media to sit down and look and say, hold on a minute, person told me they're going to sleep and now the person's still online. I can't say I've come across it before, but I do know some friends who have, and this is something which, again, may need to be mindful of. So if you're speaking to someone, if they're saying that they're going to sleep, they're saying that they're not interested in that moment in time, potentially they're letting you know. But if you're not picking up on that and you can still see that they're still online, even borderline an hour later, maybe that's saying something, guys. Maybe that's saying something. So that's number 2. Number 3 on the list is when they're talking about their friend or they're talking about someone who they are pursuing. So if they keep saying about, okay, Joe blogs, check Jimmy down the road, me and Jimmy having a chat, me and Jimmy are gonna go for a date, and you're trying to put forward your type of, put the moves on that person, you're trying to put the moves on the person, and they're still saying no, they're still not giving you that vibe, then realistically, you keep talking about Johnny all the time, keep talking about Jenny, keep talking about whoever it may be, it means probably they're not interested in you. So ultimately, don't take it too much to heart, but the fact that they don't feel, how could I say, the fact that they're in a position that they feel so comfortable to tell you about somebody else means realistically they don't see you probably as this in the same way as you see them, and probably means also that they're just not that interested. So bear that one in mind. Number 2, number 3, and now number 4. Number 4 being that of escalation. They do not allow you to escalate when you're pursuing and you're talking about certain things. For instance, whether it be escalate to actually be on a one-to-one sort of level, going for a date and everything else like that. Maybe the lady, maybe the guy, they just go over it. They're not interested. They don't necessarily respond. They don't necessarily give you any type of acknowledgement of what you just said to them. You've asked them for coffee. There's just no response on it. They skip over that point and on to the next point. It is what it is, guys. It's not escalating. Even if you're physically, you know, in front of the person, you're on a date and you try to do the keynote, you try to touch in some way, shape or form to try and physically escalate, and they move away, they recoil, they don't give you that opportunity. Take the sign maybe that they're not interested. Now that can go in different ways because the fact that you're on a date, again, it depends on where you are. You know, this is not an exhaustive list. This is not an exhaustive list. It does depend where you are and it does depend what stage you're at. But let's talk about first dates here. So escalating on the first date is slightly different. I would always, by all means, take your time in respect of that set of circumstances. If you've got any questions on that one, leave your comments down below and I'll do a video solely on that one. But again, if you cannot escalate to even get to a date, you cannot escalate via text messages to make an arrangement to meet up and see that person, that suggests realistically they're just not interested. Okay, guys, and the last one, number 5 on this list, is that also they're not necessarily pursuing you. And when I say that, for instance, if you were to not make any contact at all to this person, you've sort of put it out there, there's no response, and there's not really anything out of the blue towards you, there's nothing to say, hey, let's catch up, hey, when are you free to talk, or oh, such and such is going on, do you want to come by, do you want to join in? They're not pursuing you at all. You don't really see that information, you don't see anything going on, you don't really see that they're giving you anything to work with as such. And it's like you're just literally, you're playing baseball, you throw the ball in the air, you hit it out the park, and there's no one there to catch it. That's basically what's happening now. So again, you put it out there, you put it out into the universe, not getting any responses, not getting anything. There's no escalation, there's no pushback in respect of not pushback, there's no even suggesting to push it forward in respect of trying to meet up, trying to escalate, to talking about other people. Not interested at all. Ultimately, just gotta leave it alone and move on. So that is that one, guys. Again, 5 signs that she's not interested. Leave your comments down below, guys. Thank you very much for the comments, likes, and subscriptions. Let's keep it going. Let's build up the channel now. Let's keep it going. Some new videos on the way. I'm gonna get some ladies' opinions as well on a few things, but for now, we'll see how it goes in respect to the next video. Peace.